Hey everybody, good Friday morning, top of the morning to you. Hope you're doing okay. It is 7:33 here in Atlanta as I get ready to read this post. And it's kind of it's going to be a cold weekend, the post starts out. We have a cold weekend ahead of us. How is it possible to not feel political when we live in one of the most political times in our country's history? Everything is politics now. Religion, family, mask, COVID, vaccines, red states, blue states. Being gay is political now. Being trans is political. Being white is political. Being Christian is political. Being woke is political. Everything in America is viewed through politics now. I am political. I view you now through political eyes. Your politics tells me everything that there is to know about you. At least everything I need to know about you. Kindness and decency is now political. Why is Trump trying to distract constantly lately? Every day it's just something else of the distraction. What is really going on with those Epstein files? Is it even much worse than you and I may even know? Is it a lot deeper than Trump or Clinton or the Prince whoever over in England? Was Epstein really a plant by Israel? Was he funded by Israel, as many in the NSA are saying? Was he the someone that another country was spying on America through? Yeah, there's all kind of stuff out there. Who knows what's going on? I know one thing, they're trying like hell not to let, only 1% of those files have been released. There's over 1 million other documents that they're trying to something's up with that, Wonder where all of this will end. Will it end with him declaring the Insurrection Act and doing away with elections? Everybody on both sides, you MAGA people out there, you know this. Everybody knows that's what he really wants to do deep down in his heart of hearts. And that's probably what he's laying the groundwork for it now, and that's what he really wants to get to. Whatever happened to that dear old Republican Party? Who would have ever thought that so many white Americans clinging to their Christian faith would want to do away with elections or support a man who has destroyed faith in our elections? Who would have ever thought that these Sunday school teachers and Christian people and y'all apostolics and Pentecostals out there would want to create a police state and, kicked all the trans people out of the military and would like to kick all the gay people out of the military? Who are you people out there? Good Lord, how dark do you have to get in order to feel like you're pleasing to your God? Whatever happened to that grand old Republican Party? Who would have ever thought that so many white Americans clinging on to their Christian faith would want to do away with elections and democracy and become a police state? Why? Because of gay and trans people? Because of Mexicans who've come across the border without papers? My God, people. Mexicans and people south of the border have been in this country without papers from the beginning of our existence. Now, they're the big issue. You always got to have somebody to hate, don't you? Why is that? Go ask yourself in the mirror, why do I have to hate trans people? Why do I have to hate these people without papers over here in Alabama picking tomatoes for us? Why do I have to have such disdain for them? Oh, they're robbers and murderers and crooks. Good Lord, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you with that kind of mindset? Could you just imagine if President Obama, had said, fuck Greenland. We're the bigger, stronger country. I want Greenland. I'm taking Greenland. The outrage from the Fox News Christians. Yes, there is an actual group of people out there known as the Fox News Christians. Fox News is their now Bible. You know, they love Sean Hannity and all that riffraff over there. Fox News would have had breaking news. President Obama now thinks he's God. It would have just, could you imagine the outrage if President Obama had done just anything that this white man's doing up here? Yes, I do make it about race because this country has always been about race and probably will always be about race. So that's the thing that the MAGA people and the Southern Christians love about. They got them a white man back in office. You know, yeah, y'all know that's true. If you're sitting out there in Arkansas saying, I'm a 60-year-old white man, I ain't like that. Yes, you are. You know you are. You voted for Donald Trump. We ain't no idiot. We know who you are. He may have escaped prison talking about Donald Trump. That last go-round, y'all all know he should have been with all those convictions. He should have spent the rest of his life in a prison cell somewhere with Maduro. He may have escaped prison this last go-round, but be sure your sins will find you out. When that day comes, many of us will say boldly, he is reaping what he has sown. The old saying, payday is hell. It would be better if life afforded us the pleasure of not having to deal with a messed up world at this moment. And we could only worry about maybe our health, getting our bills taken care of, our family, the dying around us, and life. But life doesn't work like that. We are all walking through history this morning. Who knows what will be next? When will the next 9/11 hit us one morning? Or the next pandemic that kills millions of Americans like COVID did? Mainly because of all you anti-vaxxers out there that told people don't get them vaccines and wound up millions of people died because of it. Because they listened to you and now we see you an idiot. Who would do that to people? What's wrong with you? Good heavens, use a little common sense. It would be nice if we were not all having to be political and not having to speak out and to fight for our values as a country. But that is not where we're at as 2026 starts to get going. Good Friday morning, sweet people. It is going to be a cold weekend here in Atlanta as a cold wind of despair blows across the country. I think it was Jeremiah in the book of Jeremiah, maybe around the 14th chapter. I think it was close to maybe the 23rd verse that the prophet famously said, fuck Trump. P.S. If all of these other preachers can just pull shit out of their ass when they're talking about the Bible and just make up stuff as they go with it, yeah, I guess I can too. Why not? Love y'all. Y'all have a good weekend.